Hello, and welcome. I am very happy you are here today. This podcast is made for you who want to learn English and get better every day. Maybe you have been studying for a while. Maybe you are just starting now. No matter where you are, this is your time. Learning a language is a big challenge. Sometimes it feels easy and sometimes it feels hard, but every step you take is important. Every word you learn, every sentence you say, every time you listen, you are growing. I want to share with you some things that helped me in my English learning journey. I want to share some ideas and tips that can help you too. The goal is to keep you motivated and happy with your progress. Remember, you are not alone. Many people feel the same way you do. Many people have doubts and struggles, but they keep going, and so can you. This podcast will be like a conversation between us. You can listen when you walk, when you rest, or when you want to practice your English. I will speak slowly and clearly, and I will use simple words so it is easy to understand. Thank you for choosing to spend this time with me. Let's start this journey together. Now, I want to talk about motivation. Why do you want to learn English? Is it for work? For travel? For talking with friends? Maybe you want to watch movies or listen to music in English. It is important to know your reason. When you remember why you started, it is easier to keep going. Sometimes, learning can be slow. Sometimes, you will feel tired or frustrated. That is normal. It happens to everyone. When you feel like giving up, stop and think about your goal again. Think about what you want to do with English. This will help you find new energy. Also, remember that learning is not only about studying. You can learn by listening to songs, watching videos, or talking with friends. Try to use English in your daily life. Little steps every day will bring big results. Let me tell you a little about my experience learning English. When I started, I made many mistakes. I felt shy to speak. Sometimes, I did not understand what people said. But I did not give up. I practiced every day. I listened to songs and repeated the words. I watched movies with subtitles. Slowly, I began to understand more. I started to speak better. My confidence grew. One thing I learned is that mistakes are part of learning. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes help you learn and improve. Every person who learns a language makes mistakes. The important thing is to keep trying. Now, let's talk about how English can change your life. When you speak English, you open many doors. You can travel to new places and talk with people from different countries. You can watch movies and understand songs without subtitles. You can get better jobs and study at universities. English helps you connect with more people. It gives you new chances and new experiences. Sometimes learning English can feel hard. But remember, every small step you take moves you closer to your dreams. Practice a little every day. Talk with friends or practice alone. Read simple stories or watch videos in English. English is not only a language. It is a key to a bigger world. Let's talk now about how you can practice English every day, even if you have a busy life. Many people think they need to study for 2 hours a day to get better, but that's not true. Of course, more study helps, but what really helps is being consistent. That means doing something small, every day. For example, you can start with just 15 minutes a day. In 15 minutes, you can listen to a short podcast, watch part of a video, or read a short story in English. The important thing is that you do it again the next day, and the next. It becomes a habit. One tool that helped me was keeping a small notebook. I used to write down 5 new words every day. Then I would try to make a sentence with each one. Let's say I learned the word window. I would write, "The window is open." Then maybe, "I can see the sky through the window." This simple method helped me build vocabulary and remember words better. Another great tool is using flashcards. Apps like Anki or Quizlet help you remember vocabulary. You can make your own cards or use decks from other students. Just 5 minutes with flashcards each day can make a big difference. And what about listening? You don't need to always sit at a desk to learn. You can learn while doing other things. For example, listen to a podcast while cleaning, play English music while cooking, watch a short English video while having lunch. Your brain starts to hear the rhythm of the language. You begin to recognize sounds and patterns. That's how we learned our first language, by listening over and over. Try shadowing too. That means you repeat after the speaker. You hear a sentence and say it aloud, right after. It's okay if you're not perfect. The goal is to train your mouth and ears. Let's say the sentence is, I'm going to the store. You pause and repeat, I'm going to the store. This helps your pronunciation and builds confidence to speak. And don't forget reading. You can read short stories, news articles, or even Bible verses if you like. If a text feels too hard, choose something simpler. Children's books are great for learning. The vocabulary is easy, and the stories are fun. Reading also helps you learn grammar naturally. You don't need to study every rule if you see the same sentence structures again and again. Now, if you can find a friend or classmate to practice with, that's even better. You can talk together, send voice messages, or correct each other's writing. English is a language, and language is made for connection. But even if you don't have anyone to talk to, you can practice speaking alone. Yes, that's right. Talk to yourself in English. Say what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm making coffee. This food is delicious. This may sound funny, but it's powerful. You train your brain to think in English. Little by little, it becomes more natural. So what are your tools? A notebook, a podcast app, a short story, maybe a song you like. Choose the ones that work for you. Make English part of your day. Not a big event, just part of your life. Sometimes, people stop studying English because they feel tired or bored. Maybe they think English is only about grammar and tests. But it doesn't have to be this way. Learning a language can be something you enjoy. You just need to find ways that make you feel good while you learn. Think about music. If you like songs in English, listen to them often. Try to understand the lyrics. Maybe sing along. Don't worry if you don't get every word. Just enjoy the sound, the emotion, the rhythm. Music connects your heart to the language. It helps you feel the words, not only think about them. Movies and series are also great. Choose something with subtitles, or even with slower audio. Watch scenes more than once. Try to repeat short parts. If you laugh, cry, or feel something while watching, you're learning more than English. You're living the language, and that experience stays in your memory much longer. Some people like to use games. There are apps and websites with fun activities in English. Even simple games with vocabulary or listening can make your brain practice in a relaxed way. When you enjoy the process, your brain learns faster and wants to come back. You can also mix English with your hobbies. For example, if you like cooking, find recipes in English. If you like drawing, follow art tutorials in English. If you enjoy reading the Bible, try reading a few verses in English and compare with your native version. It's not only about the language, it's about using English to do what you already love. One important idea is to celebrate small wins. Maybe today you understood a full sentence in a video. Maybe you remembered a new word without help. Maybe you said something in English without fear. That's amazing. These small victories build your motivation. Be kind to yourself. You don't need to be perfect. Mistakes are part of the way. You are learning something beautiful and powerful. That alone is a big reason to feel proud. So try to smile more during your study time. Let it be something you look forward to. English is not just a subject, it's a new world opening for you. Learning English is a personal journey. Your path is not the same as someone else's. Some people learn fast, others take more time. That's okay. What matters is that you are moving forward, step by step. Even small steps take you closer to your goal. Sometimes we compare ourselves to others. We think, that person speaks better than me, or why do I still make mistakes? But this type of thinking does not help. Instead, try to ask yourself, what did I learn this week? Or how did I grow this month? These questions help you see your progress It's also good to look back and remember how you started. Maybe in the beginning, you didn't know how to say hello. Maybe you were afraid to speak even a little. And now, here you are, listening to a podcast in English. That's already a big change. You have improved, even if you don't feel it every day. Another important thing is to create a routine that works for you. You don't need to study for hours every day. Even 15 or 20 minutes can be enough if you do it often. The secret is consistency. Little by little, you build a strong base. Try to keep going, even when you feel tired or busy. Just one small action is better than nothing. And when you feel stuck, don't be afraid to review old things. Sometimes going back helps you move forward. Maybe you need to listen again to something you studied last month. Maybe you need to repeat a vocabulary list. That's not failure. That's smart learning. Also, don't forget to rest. Your brain needs time to relax and organize all the new information. Sleep well, drink water, take walks, enjoy your life while you learn. A healthy mind learns better. So, be patient. Keep going. You are not running a race. You are building a new part of your life. English is not only something you learn. It becomes part of who you are. When you study English, it helps to have a clear reason. Why are you learning? Maybe it's for travel. Maybe it's to work better. Maybe it's to understand movies or songs. Or maybe it's a dream you've had for a long time. Whatever your reason, keep it close to your heart. It will give you energy on hard days. Try to write your goals somewhere. Put it on your wall, on your notebook, or in your phone. Read it often. Remind yourself why you started. This small action helps you stay focused and strong. Also, break your big goal into small goals. For example, I want to have a conversation in English. That's great. But before that, maybe start with, I want to introduce myself. Then, I want to ask and answer questions. And then, I want to speak for 1 full minute. Step by step, you will arrive. You can also choose time goals. For example, I will study 15 minutes a day, or I will listen to 1 podcast a week. These goals are easy to follow and keep your progress moving. But remember, you will have difficult days. Maybe you feel tired or busy or frustrated. That's normal. Every learner feels like that sometimes. Don't think about giving up. Just take a break, breathe, and come back later. Progress is not always fast, but it's always possible if you don't stop. You can also talk to someone about your goal. Tell a friend, a teacher, or someone in your family. When you speak your dream out loud, it becomes stronger. You feel more responsible for it. And sometimes, other people will support and encourage you too. The most important part is to keep believing. Believe in your ability to learn. Believe in the power of time and effort. Believe that you can do this. Because you really can. You have already started, and that means the hardest part is behind you. One of the best ways to improve your English is to hear and see the language often. We call this exposure. The more English you hear, the more natural it becomes. You don't need to understand every word. Just listen. Watch. Read. Let the language be part of your day. You can listen to music in English while you clean or cook. You can watch a short video or series with subtitles. You can follow social media pages that post in English. You can put your phone in English. These are small things, but they help a lot. At first, you may not understand much. That's okay. Your brain is learning even when you don't notice. After some time, you will start to recognize words and phrases. That's when it becomes exciting. You see that English is working inside you. Another secret is repetition. When you see or hear the same words again and again, your brain starts to remember them. It becomes easier to speak and understand. That's why it's okay to watch the same video many times or read the same story again. You are training your brain. You can also repeat phrases out loud. Listen to a sentence and say it with the same rhythm. Try it many times. This helps your pronunciation and your confidence. Your mouth learns to speak the sounds. Your ears learn to recognize them. Don't worry about making mistakes. When babies learn to speak, they make many mistakes too. But they don't stop. They try again and again. That's how they learn. You can do the same. Mistakes are part of learning. So, expose yourself to English every day. Repeat the things you like. Speak out loud. Listen without stress. Enjoy the process. The more contact you have with the language, the more fluent you will become. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope this episode helped you feel more encouraged and focused on your English journey. You are not alone in this. Many people around the world are learning, just like you. And the most important part is, you're showing up. You're making an effort. That's something to celebrate. Every small step matters. Every word you learn, every sentence you try to speak, every time you listen, all of that is progress. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Even on slow days, your brain is working, and your future self will thank you. I also want to remind you, English is not just a subject. It's a tool that can open doors in your life. It can give you new friends, better work, more freedom, and even help you understand more about the world. Don't let fear or doubt stop you from moving forward. If this podcast helped you today, I invite you to like it, share it with someone you care about, and follow for more. Maybe you have a friend who also wants to improve their English. Send it to them. Learning is better when we do it together. And finally, don't forget, you are capable, you are learning, and your English is growing every day. Thanks again for being here. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time.